Okay.
Okay, we're now sitting in the Desert Room cocktail lounge. I had my first drink in this bar back in 1966, which was 42 years ago as we speak here. I was just remarking that the back here has been changed quite a bit. When I first came in here 42 years ago, the whole wall was mirrored. Refrigeration units weren't here. The whole thing was a back bar from one end to the other. So that's all been kind of redone and changed. But this bar here and the side bars over here and those built-in tables, they're all the same as were here then. When I first came in here originally, was in the other room, just through the doorways around the corner over here. And that was a restaurant at the time. It was called Daniel's Cafe, owned by a man named Lou Daniels. He also owned the cocktail bar, although I wasn't allowed in the cocktail bar back in those days. But if you want to count the times that I went in with my parents and had dinner in Daniel's Cafe in the other room, I've been a customer of this establishment probably about roughly 58 years. If you just want to count the time that I've been a patron in the bar itself, then I've got 42 years. Either way, I probably have more seniority in here than most any other customer around today. If you want to, we'll take a walk around here and look at the part that used to be the restaurant.
Sure.
It's now a kind of like a little indoor swap meet that the owner runs in there. We can walk around here. All of this is original. Hi, Richard, how you doing?
Pretty good.
All right.
Sam,
Yes,
what are you filming for?
documentary for him. It's a historical thing about the history of the area as I know it, so forth.
I know.
We've been all over, old downtown Manita, and we've covered almost the entire city. And I'm giving my anyway. That's what we're doing. We're doing kind of a history from my memories and my knowledge of it. And that way, a part of me is going to live long after I'm gone. So I think it's a good deal. So when he asked me to do it, I said, "Hey, great." Right now we're covering Daniel's Cafe. Used to be in this room.
We figured it was something like this.
Oh yeah. I'm hysterical and you know it. And this was the restaurant. It had booths along that wall there where these display cases are now. And tables and so forth out in here. In there was the kitchen, and the old original stove is still in there. I don't know if we can get a peek at it or not, but if it's open, we might try to sneak back there and get a peek. Unless Betty's back there and runs me out. I'll just tell her to smile. She's on camera. That's the old restrooms that were for the restaurant. It's all separate from the bar. And this is all original, too. You can tell by the wood here and everything. That dates back very, very old. As a matter of fact, this building was built in 1905, so this building's over 100 years old. Probably one of the oldest buildings in the block. Oh yes, there's Daniel's Cafe's old original stove. Step in there ahead of me, and I don't want to get in here and get in trouble, but you can film it you can see it. Really an old-fashioned stove, huh? That's still left from Daniel's days. Although it hasn't been a restaurant now for many, many years. Lou Daniels sold it to Betty's late husband, and now Betty owns it, and that's about the history of that.
Basketball right here, corner pocket.
I don't know if we can get this light turned on or not, but this is Daniel's Cafe's old menu from the 1950s. As soon as Tom, he's Betty's brother, he's the co-owner here, as soon as he gets through shooting that ball, I'm going to ask him if he could get this light on for just a second so we can get a good look at this on camera.
Scratch. Nice try, Tom.
Yeah, let me see if I can ask Tom to turn that light on now. Hey, Tom. We're doing a documentary, kind of a history of the area, from my memories.
Right.
And I just took him back there and told him about Daniel's Cafe back there and everything.
Okay.
We wonder if we could get that light turned on that menu for a minute so he can get a good picture of that on the film.
All I just put a light bulb. Until I get through this game, I'll put a light bulb in.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
That'll complete the story on Daniel's Cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
All right. We'll take a break out here and wait for a light bulb. You ain't gonna believe the prices on that menu either. There again, very expensive to build this building because it's all brick. And in this area, brick wasn't cheap because that red clay had to be imported from elsewhere. So for its day, it was very expensive to build these buildings out of brick. Unique style too. You notice how the bricks around the windows are facing in a different direction than the other bricks? Distinctive architecture of circa 1905.
Are we going to be able to see this?
I don't know, ask him.
When and where?
Maybe next year.
Next year? Do you
Yeah.
have a name for it?
Yeah, it's called Freeway City.
Freeway City. Oh, it's Gardena.
Okay. You got somebody wants a copy already. I don't know whether it's because they're friends of mine or whether it's because they're interested in the history, or both. Oh, he just aimed this one toward it. So all you can see is the top part, and you can't see the bottom part. But you can get a few of the prices in there.
What would you eat when you came here?
My favorite item on the menu was the breaded veal cutlet. Yeah. And you could get shrimp for $1.10. You could get a salmon steak for $1.25. You got a French dip sandwich for 65 cents. Barbecue beef sandwich, 65 cents. And that came with fries, both of them. Here you got a 12-ounce Spencer steak dinner for $1.30. Oh yeah. Breakfast, grilled ham, bacon, or fresh country sausage with 2 large eggs and coffee was 90 cents. Nowadays, the coffee alone costs you 90 cents or more. 2 wheat cakes with coffee was 35 cents. Wheat cakes? They don't even have those on menus anymore. 2 wheat cakes with coffee, 35. 2 wheat cakes with ham, bacon, or fresh country sausage and coffee was only a dime more, 45 cents. Plain buttered omelet with toast and coffee was 60 cents. Hot or cold cereal with half and half milk or cream, buttered toast and coffee, all for 40 cents. I mean, do you believe these prices? Dinner, grilled filet mignon steak, $2, highest price item on the menu. A top sirloin steak was only $1.85. That was a complete dinner. It came with choice of fresh homemade soup, chilled tomato juice, seafood cocktail, or a fruit cup. Chef's crisp tossed green salad, with special French dressing. Southern fried spring chicken with milk gravy. $1.65. And I've heard of people being referred to as not being a spring chicken anymore. That's the first time I've seen a spring chicken on a menu. That's what it says right here. Yeah. Southern fried spring chicken with milk gravy. Uh-oh, here's one Tom would like. Roast Tom turkey. Dressing and cranberry sauce, $1.50. Halibut steak, $1.25. Breaded pork chops, $1.65. Here was my favorite, the breaded veal cutlet and country gravy. And it was $1.65. That's the one I used to order most always. That's one of the things we didn't have at home that mom didn't cook when she cooked dinner. So it was different. So I always got that because it was something different to eat. Old-fashioned beef stew with a hot roll, butter, and coffee. A hot vegetable, potatoes, and coleslaw. All for a whopping 65 cents. And that was the Merchant's Quickie Special Lunch. Yankee pot roast with noodles is only $1. Fluffy 3-egg Spanish omelet was only 90 cents. Probably 80 cents if you didn't want it fluffy. Deviled egg or fried egg sandwich, 45 cents. Chicken salad sandwich with slaw and fries, 50 cents. Told you those are better days. Man. Some of this stuff on these menus aren't even on the menus today. You go in there to a cafe these days and ask for half of these dishes. They'd look at you funny, wouldn't they? Especially southern fried spring chickens. Anyway, that's the story of the Desert Room and Daniel's Cafe.